Hey y'all, so today we're making beef short ribs mixed with rice and peas. Another easy recipe to make for dinner. So this is really similar to arroz con pollo or even pilau, but it's a little bit different because it doesn't have coconut milk like pilau, and instead of chicken, we're using some delicious stewed beef short ribs. So let's get started with this recipe. Okay, so we're gonna start by placing a big pot. I got my biggest pot on the stove over medium to medium high heat. And in this Ziploc bag, I have my beef ribs already seasoned. Okay, so just season it how you would normally season your meat. I added green seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper. Okay, and I let it marinate overnight. So once the meat has been marinated, what you're gonna do, add a little bit of oil into the pot and let the oil get nice and hot. So once it get hot, you guys, I added the pieces of beef short ribs into the pot, and I'm gonna brown it all over. So once the ribs have a nice brown sear on each sides, what I did was I added some diced up red onions and diced tomatoes. Next, I added some seasoning. So I'm adding in all-purpose seasoning, a few bay leaves, about half of a packet of Sazon, and I also added in some tomato sauce. Okay, any type of tomato sauce will do here. The green stuff I just added into the pot is green seasoning, also frito. Whichever one you have is the same thing, just different culture. Okay, so you're gonna add some in that into the pot. It adds great delicious flavor. Okay, it's just fresh herbs blended. Once you've added all of the seasoning, give the pot a stir, cover it, and we're gonna let the beef take its time and do its thing and cook until it's tender, falling off the bone, and just delicious. Okay, so ribs took about an hour and 30 minutes to cook, you guys. It didn't take too long because the ribs are cut pretty small. Okay, so it's not gonna take that long. Once it's cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and add in 1 can of dry pigeon peas. You can use the dry one or the regular, it doesn't matter. Pigeon peas, you want to add 1 can of that in there, okay? And I'm also gonna add the rice. So I already washed the rice, and I'm gonna add it into that same pot with the beef ribs. I'm not really gonna add any more liquid into my pot because, as you can see, I have a lot of liquid in here already from cooking the beef ribs. I only added a tiny bit of water, and really I didn't need it because I have a lot of liquid in the pot. So if you don't have liquid in the pot when the ribs is finished stewing, then you're gonna have to add some water so the rice can cook. Okay, so for this part, adding the water to cook the rice, you guys, you have to average it, okay? So I know when I'm cooking regular rice, a good ratio to use is for every 1 cup of rice, you do 2 cups liquid, water, broth, whatever you're using. So for this dish, what I did was I averaged it. It looked like I had the appropriate amount of liquid in the pot, so I didn't really add any more to it. Okay, now if when you finish cooking your ribs you don't have that much, then okay, I used 2 cups of rice. That means I need 4 cups liquid. So it looks like I have 2 cups of liquid in my pot already, so I'm only gonna add 2 cups. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys get what I'm saying. But that's basically it. So yeah, you put the rice, add liquid if you need it, taste and adjust your seasonings, very important. Add more salt if it needs more salt, or any of the other seasonings. Okay, you guys, and that is it. Let the pot come back to a boil over high heat, and once it starts boiling, you're going to turn the heat down to the lowest setting on your stove and let the rice cook for about 25 minutes or so, until all of the liquid has absorbed. And that's it, you guys. That is it for this dish. Look how tender the beef ribs was, and the rice tastes so good. It was so flavorful, full of flavor, y'all. It's a perfect recipe to make during the week or on the weekends, whenever you feel for some beef ribs with rice and peas. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, you guys, so There's my dinner, all plated. Let's try it. You guys can't see the plate. Okay. Beef, what should I call this? Beef ribs mixed with rice and peas. Mm. The beef is perfectly seasoned. Super good. Another easy but perfect weeknight recipe. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.